Okay, man. Listen, what is going on, everybody? My name is Purple Slushy. Today, they just came out with some big changes in the game. The whole crystal preset slots in the game have now changed. There's no longer crystals inside of your gear. There is now a whole crystal preset slot little UI. I have no idea how it works, so me and my friend are about to figure out how it works. So let's get into it. So basically, from what I know so far, they took all your crystals out of your gear. They put some of the crystals inside of Hydel storage, which you can see here. And then they also put crystals that are sellable inside of your central market, I do believe. And I also think, let me see, central market. So yeah, here are all the crystals like Gin Vipers, stuff like that. And then I also had crystals that were in my tag character that I don't believe are sellable. So yeah. So basically, if you had a character that was tagged, any crystals that you had from the tagged character, you still got to keep, but now they put them inside of your storage because they're not sellable, but you can still use them, which is really, really dope. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these out, and then we are going to figure out how this works. So, oh, I was running McClouds in my boots, by the way, Demon. That's what I was
Okay.
doing. So, all right, I took those out, and then we go over here to the start menu and go over to the events tab. We should be able to go to updates, patch notes, and from here we should be able to go down. There are a lot of changes in the patch notes. One of the cool things that they're adding is top 100. It's a glorious Slayer box, which is gonna be pretty dope. But they're also coming out with new Radiant Shakatu seals, and it looks like the best thing to get would probably be like the Tridistos. If you need to get distos, probably enhancing these with like cron stones, like saving up cron stones, getting the Tridisto, and then enhancing that. And then other than that, the big thing that was, what's up?
There's a title. There's a title, but I don't like 300 of those seals. If you read down there, called Solar. Let me see what it's called. Not Solar. It's something with night. Forgot.
So here's the crystal presets. It says we've revamped the system of transfusing crystals. Crystals are no longer transfused onto gear, but through a designated UI. Although it may take some time to get adjusted to it, the system was implemented with convenience in mind, so we kindly ask for your patience. Although the overall UI design has changed, the system itself is not much different from the previous system. 12 basic slots are provided for adventurers to freely transfuse the crystal of their choice. Lastly, 2 extra slots that are unlocked upon equipping items guaranteed by Heart of Kuranda or Gromma's Heart. In one slot, 1 extra slot from socketing your outfit will be available as usual. Okay. So added a crystal preset system that allows you to activate crystals through a separate UI instead of transfusing them individually onto gear. So it looks like, okay. Now this crystal right here is a rebellious crystal. That's what you're seeing right here, and they had given us one of these in your mail, so definitely look for that. This is a new crystal that is actually really good. 175 HP, all AP plus 5, extra AP against monsters plus 5, and skill XP plus 5%. Now, I do believe that these are super expensive. They're like 2 billion a piece on the marketplace. I'm not sure if these were, I'm pretty sure these are new crystals. It says that they can be made with Black Spirit Crystal, Awakened Spirit Crystal, and a Voltara. And I do believe the Black Spirit, I know the Voltara Crystal is a questable. I'm not sure about the Black Spirit Crystal, but this is probably going to be like a best in slot crystal. It says right here, summon the Black Spirit and transfuse. Transfusing applies crystals via presets. Extracting, removing, destroying crystals. It says that you summon the Black Spirit and press transfusion. Press the view crystals button at the top right of the UI. Click on the trash bin icon to remove. Crystals will be destroyed. Interact with the blacksmith on extraction. Press to extract own crystals, either crystal extraction tool. Okay, so it's the same way. So registering crystals. So it says that you can right click on them, and it looks like they go into your own crystal bag. Looks like. And then from there, you can transfuse them via your transfusion window. Removing or destroying them. So you can remove them, extract them with a tool. Lastly, a designated crystal inventory and crystal pre-slots have been added. To transfuse crystals, you must add all owned crystals into the inventory. The max number of crystals can be stored as 50. However, in order to remove crystals into your regular inventory, crystal extraction tool is needed. Okay. And then it looks like you can just look. Okay, so it looks like it's the same effects as before. Now it does look like. Okay, so the rebellious crystals, it looks like that's something that a lot of people are going to be using in your Black Star. Now I do believe this is the awakening slot. I'm probably going to be using the Akrod crystals just because of the. Yeah, I'm going to be using the Akrod crystals just because of the extra movement speed and attack speed that you get. I think that'll probably be best in slot. But as far as anything else, okay, cool. So,
By the way, is it a rebellious? What's it called? Crystal. Is it like universal? Like, what can you use it on?
yeah, I'm not sure actually. You'd probably have to see what you can actually slot it into in the UI. I'm gonna go pull the rest of the crystals that I have out of my marketplace.
Yeah.
All the crystals that you had in your gear are either in your marketplace, or if they were on your tag character, they are in Heidel storage. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm going to go down here. Actually, nah. So these are the crystals that I really want. These are what I'm gonna use for PvE. They give you +3 accuracy, +7 damage to monsters, and +1 attack and casting speed. I think these are best in slot because having the extra 2% speed stacking on top of the 5% speed that you get from Vel is going to give you 7% increased attack and casting speed, which is going to allow you to attack faster, which means your grinding will be a lot faster. So these are going to be best in slot. I actually had 2 of these and I sold them like 2 weeks ago. I don't know why I sold them, but after I sold them, there's now like 1,000 pre-orders. So the only way to get these is actually if you win a node war, there's a little shop in every city, and you actually have the ability to buy these little pieces that you can use to make those crystals. So if you come over here to the shop, let's see here. Okay, so it looks like, so my guild actually owned a node, but I think the node system got revamped today, and yeah, so I can't actually buy anything from the node shop, but you were able to get, if I can find them, I know I have some on another character. Yeah, so right here, these Essence of Gallantries, these are what you use to make those Akrod crystals. So you need 10 of them, and then you need 10 magical shards, 1 Akrod crystal, and then 100 blackstones. So let me go ahead and pull these out. Did you get your crystals out yet, Demon?
Yeah, I'm getting them out right now. All of them.
So I got 2 Vipers, 2 Harfias, Glorious Gallantries. I'll probably rock those from right now until I get the PvE ones. 4 Elcars. I have no empty slots there.
I might have to retag again, fortunately.
Oh yeah, that's... Well, you shouldn't have to tag. Wait, why do you have to tag? Retag.
Because there's no crystals on my tag character. I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure the crystal preset slot is universal for all your characters.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's lit then.
Pretty positive.
Are you gonna show me how this works, bro? I gotta see your screen, because, like, I don't really know.
Yeah, let
Can
me
you
go ahead
screen
and
share?
actually, yeah, let me go ahead and share
I
this
bet.
in my... I'll go ahead and screen share it for you. There we go.
Let me see.
Alright, so pull the rest of these out.
Okay, where would you put these crystals, essentially?
I think that you. No, I might be wrong here. Give me 1 second. Make sure I got everything.
Yeah, if you open up your Black Spirit and you see Transfusion, is that where you're gonna put your crystals presets, right?
Yeah, I think you can. So you open up your Black Spirit, then you go to Transfusion, and then you go into the bag. Yeah, you click on the little bag, and then you can right click on your crystals, and it will put them in here. But once you put them in here, you can't take them out unless you use an item extraction tool. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw all these in.
Dude, I'm gonna do that right now.
Another Rebellious in, even though I don't think I'm gonna use it. You can have up to 50 crystals in here, so let's go ahead and throw all that in there. Okay,
It's pretty.
so there's that. And then, so what we're gonna do now is I'm going to go to exit out of this, and so crystal preset 1. So I'm gonna make a crystal preset slot, and I'm gonna add. Okay, so I'm not sure which is which. Okay, so the outfit slot requires a Black Spirit Claw, socketed outfit equipped. So I don't use a socketed outfit on my on this character, but I do on my sword. So I wonder if I want to do this for my sword. Let me see. Maybe I don't use that crystal slot on my sword. I think I used to in one of my costumes, but not anymore. Oh yeah, critical hit +1. Yeah, I do. But I don't think I need that anymore because of all of like the food and like the spirit perfumes and stuff that you can use. So I'm not worried about that. I'm going to go here, go to transfusion, reset 1. Okay, so I'm not sure what goes where. So I'm gonna put in these for the gallantries. So there is my attack speed. There's also human damage there. I'm going to put in, I believe I'm going to use corrupted, probably. Let's see here. Corrupted.
I also realized that like if you don't have room in your hideout storage, they put some in your central market as well. Which is kind of nice.
All the ones in your hideout storage are ones that can't be sold. All the ones in your central market are ones that can be sold. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to rock 2 L cars. So I'll put those here, I guess. And then from there, I'm gonna rock 2 Vipers. Put those on the outside. And then I'm gonna rock 2 Harfias. And then 2 special attack evasion crystals. And then 2 Hans. So yeah. So then I can apply this. So now I have a crystal preset in slot 1. So now if I go to hit I and I go to crystal effects, so yeah, it's basically the same thing as before, as putting crystals in your gear. The only difference is now is what it looks like is that you can basically switch it up. So like say you want to have crystals that, you know, so if I go over here to transfusions, like these glorious gallantries that I have right now, these are for PvP because they have extra human damage. One thing I forgot to mention really quickly is if you want to switch out like crystals, like say you don't want to use these red crystals here, you can actually just right click it and then click on a different crystal and add it there. So you can do like swaps like that. The other really cool thing that you can do that I just realized is having these glorious crystals of gallantries. For me, these are best in slot for PvP and PvE because they're going to give you the extra attack speed and casting speed. But what I didn't realize is you can actually now run 2 of the red ones and 2 of the purple ones. So instead of having extra 2% attack and casting speed, you can have extra 4% attack and casting speed. So not only can you have your 5% from your Vels, but you can also have another 4% from your crystals. So you're gonna have 9% extra attack and casting speed, which is super, super game changer. One other thing that I just realized and I just checked. Now I would show you, but for right now, there's so many people trying to use the central market. The central market is not working. But what I want to tell you is that there are certain offhands that work once you get to certain hard cap builds. For example, there is an offhand called a Rick Talisman that gives you a ton of evasion. The thing is with these other offhands that are not boss offhands, they only ever allowed you to run 1 extra crystal in them instead of running 2. But now with the way that this crystal preset slot works is you can now run those offhands that are like the accuracy offhands, the evasion offhands that only ever allowed you to use 1 crystal. You can now use 2 crystals even if you're using like an evasion offhand or an accuracy offhand. So now builds are going to be even more powerful than they've ever been before because you're now able to use more than 1 crystal with using those really good offhands once you get to the hard cap builds in the game. Okay, so after doing a little bit of grinding, I actually came up with a really nice crystal setup for PvE right now. Since I did not have the 2 Akrod crystals, the purple ones, I would run those for the extra 4% speed. So right now what I'm running for PvE is I'm running 2 of the red ones for the extra speed and accuracy. I'm running 2 ancient magic crystals of Crimson Flames for extra AP, so this is giving me 10 extra AP. 1 rebellious crystal for HP, AP, extra AP against monsters and skill XP. 1 black spirit crystal for extra HP and AP. I will make another rebellious, but I do have to do some questing, so that's going to take some time. 2 Elcars for accuracy and ignore all resistance. 2 corrupted crystals for crit hit damage, as well as AP. 2 Vipers for accuracy, and then 2 Han crystals for extra AP, accuracy, and stamp. So right now, I think the only other thing that I could add to make this build better would probably be removing these Crimson Flames of Powers and adding the purple Akrod crystals for the extra 2%. And then also running another Rebellious. Other than that, I think this will probably be the best PvE setup for straight damage. Now, there might be something that's better. Maybe swapping out something instead of the Hooms. Like you could run, something else that might be better for straight on damage. Maybe like I'm grinding Gaiafins, the crystals that give you extra damage against Chemiselvian monsters. That might be something better to run it instead of the Hooms. The reason why I'm running this is because these are all the crystals that I had available to me that I had already owned. All the crystals are sold out in the marketplace and there's thousands of pre-orders up. So right now I'm actually really, really in a good spot for what I have crystal wise. It doesn't get much better than this for what I have right now. It can get better, but for me right now, this is really, really good. So I could run the same setup, but I could run the purple ones that give you extra monster damage. And I could put those in crystal preset slot 2. So if I go over here, as you can see, you can use the same crystals that you used before in a new preset slot. So I could go over here to preset slot 2. I could grab, these same Harfias that were in preset slot 1.
That's lit, dude. You can do that.
And now I can add them to preset slot 2. So you only have to have 1 of each crystal, but once you have 1 of each crystal, you can add it to a separate preset slot. So that's really, really nice. So you don't have to buy multiple of the same crystals. You can use the same crystal for multiple preset slots. Now I will be making more crystal preset slots eventually. Right now my main focus is PvE at the moment. So I think for me, this is a really good PvE setup. The only thing that I'm missing is the purple Alucas crystals, the Glorious Gallantries. Not the Alucas, but the right here, the Akrats. So I need these at some point, so I'm sure that they'll get sold to me at some point whenever someone makes them, or else I'll have to make them myself from doing Node Wars. But other than that, I think that's about it for as far as crystals go. I don't think I'm missing anything. Yeah, that seems about it. This seems like a really, really good change. I like what they did to allow you to do this, so you don't have to worry about having separate builds. You can have like a human damage build. You could have a Hoom build if you wanna be more tanky. You could have a monster damage build. So there's gonna be a lot of different builds that you're gonna be able to use now for PvP and whatnot, and also PvE. Other than that, I think that's everything for as far as crystals go. If you want to add an outfit slot for some sort of extra slot for your outfit, you can do that as well. The only thing is I'm going to swap onto my Sork and make sure that I'm able to use that same preset on my Sork, which I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Other than that, yeah. Was there anything that you saw that I didn't cover?
No, I think you cleared everything. It's pretty straightforward. Kind of curious, like the middle part, you have it on your sorceress, right? I don't know if you can have it on here. So, does that make sense?
Let me see. Yeah, I'm not sure how that works, but if I go here, yep, all I have to do is click on preset slot 1 and it's there. Now, I don't have the reason why these are grayed out up here is this is going to be your extra slotted crystals from having a Garmoth on your Dandy. Now, I took the Garmoth off my Dandy on my Sork and I put it onto the Marnie Pocket Watch that you got on your Wusa, just because I wanted the extra slots, because right now I'm PvEing more than I'm PvPing, and Wusa is my PvE character, so I wanted to make sure that I'm actually able to maximize the damage and the speed that I can have in PvE. So that's why those crystal slots are grayed out. So if you're wondering why those are grayed out on your character, on a different character, it's probably because you do not have the fiery dandy from having the Garma. But other than that, that's everything that I have to tell you guys for today. I hope that this was pretty informative to let you guys know how the crystal preset slots work. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section down below. As always, it's been your boy Purple Slushy. Until next time, peace.